So recently I decided to try lock picking, so I got the Genesis set from Covered Instruments and a hyper tough 40 millimeter steel laminated padlock from Walmart. When I tried to pick it, I found that it was extremely easy to pick because for a reason you only have to set one pin and it unlocks. So more recently I got a Master Lock 142 DCM covered aluminum keyed padlock and tried to pick it in the same way that I picked the hyper lock, only to find out that the master lock padlock was harder to pick than the hyper lock. Alright, so to pick the hyper lock, I'm going to be using the 30,000th precision 2-in-1 turning tool from Covered Instruments. Place it into the keyway just like that. For this, it doesn't really matter which hook you use. It can be either the 25,000th short hook or the 25,000th medium hook. Here's the short hook, and the medium hook. In this case, I'm going to be using the 25,000th short hook. I'm going to insert into the KA backwards with the hook facing away from me. Insert into the keyway, pull, and it unlocks. Again, same setup, just gotta pull it away from you, turn, and unlocks. One more time. I should not be able to pick it that easily. Now I'm going to attempt to pick the Master Lock Padlock in sort of the same way that I picked the Hyper Tough Lock, except this time I'm going to be using the 25,000th Quad Rake from Covered Instruments. Going to stick it in the keyway, just like that, and you just gotta move back and forth really quickly using a process known as raking. Okay, that should have at least one pin set. One, two, there was two clicks, and it would unlock. Again, same method. I should have at least one pin. I should have at least one pin set. I hope. So one click, two clicks. So two clicks for that one. And it still would unlock. And one more time. Okay, that should have at least one pin set. Well, there's one click. And only one click. Somehow, a master lock has more security. I believe this was uh rated a 4 out of 10 by Master Lock. Not clear about the Hyper Tough Lock, but for a reason, a low 4 security ma Master Lock is harder to pick than a Hyper Tough Padlock. So, just the same as McNally Official has his hatred towards Master Lock for his reasons. My hatred is now towards Hyper Tough, mainly their locks. Because again, 30,000 turning tool from Covered Instruments. This time I'm going to be using the medium hook. Go in the keyway, and it unlocks. Again, some tension, and it unlocks. One more time, and it's set, and it's unlocked. Hypersoft, I should not be able to open a lock just by setting one pin or placing the pick in backwards. Sure, you don't have to pull, you can just take a finger, and look at that, unlocks. Pinky finger, because why not? Same thing. Try to do the same thing with the master lock. Same setup, except using this end of the turning tool because if it's in easier, allows you to get the medium hook in there a lot better. Same thing. And notice how it's practically impossible to pick it that way. Again, same way. And no luck. Third time's a charm, maybe? Nope. If I keep doing it, I'll risk bending the hook, which I've done accidentally multiple times. So again, I ask, Master Lock. Sorry, not Master Lock, Hyper Tough. Why is it so easy to get into your padlock? Why? I should not be able to take a turning tool, stick it in, along with the pick, stick it backwards. I should not be able to do that. Cyber Tough. Once again, I ask, why am I able to do it like that? Just why? Just honestly, all you gotta do is just set up like this. Here goes my turning tool. Why am I able to open a lock just by doing this? Why? This defeats the whole point of a lock. And you claim it's to make it harder to open. Yet you only have to set one pin with this padlock. And it opens. Oh, we'll try with the Quint Rake. See if it's any different. Nope. Would you look at that? It opens just fine just by setting one pin. Though I'm gonna have to bother to rake it. Oh, come on. Or it's not after I say that it decides to be complicated. There we go. Sure, you don't have to pull it away from you when if the pick's already in, you can just if you just angle it right, boom. Just by putting it in, it unlocks. If you angle it while you're pulling it out, it unlocks. Why? Why hyper tough? Can't believe I'm saying this after watching all of McNally officials' videos on Master Lock. In my opinion, the Master Lock 142 DCM covered aluminum keyed padlock, this one right here, is harder to pick than the hyper tough 40 millimeter steel laminated padlock.